right, man. You know what's one of the worst things that someone could tell you, or that you could tell somebody? And if you are doing this, hopefully you catch yourself the next time you do it, because it's literally one of the worst things that you could say. And it's extremely hypocritical. And what I'm talking about, and you may have heard this when you were a kid. I definitely heard this from adults when I was a kid, and I was just like, it didn't make any sense. I'm like starting to think like, wow, like I didn't really process it at that age too much to really think too much into it. But now as an adult, I'm like, that is like the worst thing you could ever tell somebody. So what I'm talking about is when people say, do as I say, not as I do. That's like the most hypocritical, worst thing that you could ever say. Do what I'm telling you to do, but I'm not going to follow my own advice or do that. I'm going to do something different. People don't do what you say, they do what you do. And so I want you to think about that and process that. Be a person that does what they say they're going to do. Be a person of integrity and character. And we're not perfect, and we're all broken and messed up, me included, okay? I'm not claiming or saying this video to be self-righteous, because I am not that at all, okay? That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is to be mindful of what you say, and don't take advice from people or listen to people that would say something like that. You can see, especially if we're talking about the health realm, right? The health and fitness realm. That's something you cannot hide. You can hide and fake all you want that you've got a great relationship with your wife or your spouse or your kids, or you can have a facade and have a nice car and a nice house and nice things, but be broke as heck and be in debt up to your eyeballs. You can fake that stuff, right? And people maybe not be able to see truly that, but you cannot hide your health. And so I encourage you, if you're going to take advice from somebody, take it from somebody that applies it themselves and is healthy themselves. That is critical, especially because if they cannot apply this very advice that they're giving you in the health and fitness realm, then I would poke holes in that every day long, all day long. If they're unhealthy, they're unfit, and the very thing they're claiming you should do, they don't do themselves, take advice and then turn away, and I wouldn't believe anything that they say. Not to say that maybe they don't know it, but they obviously don't apply it. So I would not take advice or feedback from somebody like that. Just food for thought. The next time you look at a doctor or a health professional and they're giving you advice and they are unhealthy and sick and all that themselves, walk the other way. Be blessed, man.